So believe it or not, I actually was planning to make a video about this hockey game right here, but I was kind of thinking to myself, if the Canadiens end up losing this one, we can hold off until tomorrow, because I had a really busy Saturday and I was out and about and doing other things and watching the Canucks beat the Maple Leafs and everything, so I was really busy yesterday. Hence why this video is being placed on Sunday morning rather than Saturday night, and we're in the spot. So yesterday, you're seeing it right here in the headline, Jake Oettinger and the Stars, they have edged the Montreal Canadiens. Yeah, that's right, great verbiage there, nationalhockeyleague.com. But the Stars defeated the Habs 2-1 in a shootout. You can see the tail of the tape right here. Dallas had 35 shots to Montreal's 31. If you take a look at the goal scorers, oh my gosh, he is back with a vengeance, baby. It is Patrik freaking Laine on the 5-on-3, who was able to score a beautiful one-time bomb slap shot. Hudson goes over to Suzuki, who goes back over to Hudson, who goes back over to Suzuki, who throws it to Laine, who shoots and he scores. Beautiful goal there by the fantastic Finn. But just 2 minutes later, it was Jamie Benn who made it 1-1, assisted by Maverick Bourque there. So Dallas taking advantage off of the turnover. Ben comes right in, he shoots, and he beats Sami Montembeault clean. Look, Montembeault had a great game. He made 34 saves on 35 shots against and only got beat in the shootout once by J-Rob, Jason Robertson. Laine, Caulfield, and Suzuki all got stopped there. So not the best outcome for Montreal, but dare I say, this was a game. If you head over to the NHL standings and you look at that same Dallas Stars team, you will see they are 7th overall in the National Hockey League, and they are, third in the entire Central Division? Yeah, they're right there. They're one of the better teams in the entire league. They have won 7 in a row now, 8-1-1 in their last 10, and they just claimed the lives of Montreal as their most recent victim. Yeah, the Habs are not going to have an easy time stopping this gosh darn Dallas Stars team, but what I wanted to do from this game was go over some extra thoughts and go over some tweets, talk about the numbers, and talk about how it's really great to be a Montreal Canadiens fan right now. The Habs, if you take a look at their schedule and what they've done lately, let's go over this right here. So, they beat the Washington Capitals in their most recent game, one of the best teams in the league. Nice. They beat the Canucks. Nice. They beat the Colorado Avalanche. Nice. They lost to the Blackhawks. Okay. But they beat Vegas as well, and Tampa, and Florida. What the hell is going on with this team? How are they finding ways to beat these powerhouses? How is Jakub Dobes going out there and finding ways to beat these powerhouses? He's been defeating Stanley Cup champions of prior years in these games. And I'm not saying he's making it look easy, but he's making it look a lot easier than we thought it would be. I mean, 4-0 shutout against Florida. You're taking a look at all these results here. How the hell did they lose 4-2 to Chicago? But what I wanted to do is head over to Priyanka Emrith's Twitter account, because she went out there and tweeted some really good things about this Habs team after the game against Dallas, and it gets some narratives going here that I do think are interesting. Only the 1 point in the bank in this game for Montreal as they ended up losing, but despite coming up on the losing end in the shootout, Sam Montembeault was fantastic tonight. Habs, Juraj Slafkovsky led the team with 7 hits and 5 blocked shots tonight versus the Dallas Stars. So if any of y'all are in the Bangers Leagues and the Yahoos or whatever, then hey, Juraj Slafkovsky, he's one of the guys here that I think is a lot more underutilized and undervalued. Imagine getting 5 block shots in a game as a winger and 7 hits on top of that. Slafkovsky was a total wrecking ball and a brick wall at the same time. Let's go out there and read this. Workhorse minutes by the Habs' top 4 D-men tonight versus Dallas on the second game of a back-to-back. Matheson, 26-22. Hudson, 25-54. Gouli, 22-39. And Alexandre Carrier, 20-42. All these guys putting in the big minutes. Sorry to the bottom pair defensemen who got a lot fewer than these, but This kind of speaks something, right? To the cardio of the Montreal Canadiens D-men, how these guys are still able to keep on going despite the fact that it's the second half of a back-to-back, a 1-1 overtime to shootout thriller. That's pretty great. Yuri Slafkovsky spoke about his physical play tonight. Yeah, I'm slowly becoming a fourth liner. Even me, I had a couple of hits today, and we want to be physical. We want to play hard. We want to be hard to play against, and I feel like it's getting there. Speaking of which, we can pinpoint the exact moment that things turned around for Montreal. Priyanka Emmerth tweeted this out. It's from Martin St. Louis. He said, the turning point for the Montreal Canadiens season was the 6-3 loss in Washington on Halloween. The team then made a group decision to take a different approach, and the results of that are being seen lately. St. Louis said here, the players are playing for what's best for the team, not what's best for themselves as an individual. I think when you have that buy-in, if you're not bought in, you stick out like a sore thumb. And that is exactly what we've been seeing out of this Habs squad. Unity, duty, destiny. They're all going out there and playing their game for each other, and we are seeing the point production follow suit. I mean, I just wanted to head over here. We can go over to Lane Hutson and his overall point production metric. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's so sexy. 9 points in his last 10 games, 6 points in his last 5. Lane has been on a tear. Heck, that 9 points in his last 10 games includes a little streak like this where he went 0 in 4. But since then, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1. He's been doing some pretty good work in the past little while here for the Canadiens. If we dive into some of the other guys that are on this team, I mean, don't even get me started on Nick Suzuki, Cole Caulfield. We can skip over Jake Evans for now. I feel like he hasn't necessarily been as hot as some of these other guys. Even Kirby Dach has been pretty good as of late. Nick Suzuki going out there with a long point streak himself. It's at the 6 games with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points in this stint. So really nice to see out of Captain Nick. Cole Caulfield has gone out there with, okay, he didn't get a point in the last game, but he was riding high, multi-point games in the prior stint before that. You even have Kirby Dach going out here. Yeah, he's been there. Not necessarily as productive as some of these other guys, but he's still been doing some work. I mean, maybe the game against Vancouver stands out to me because, of course, I'm a Canucks fan, and Kirby Dach definitely had himself an impact in that one. But still, Montreal has been streaking here, man. Just take a look at that stint. 6 wins in 7 games if you exclude the Dallas game yesterday, and they are looking really, really good. Better than ever. It's been a good time to be a Canadiens fan. And if you go back over to that game that was the turning point here, let's dive into the November-October period. So, 6-3 against the Washington Capitals. It was around here that Marty St. Louis said the Habs decided to take a little bit of a different approach to their game plan and their strategies, which wasn't great at the beginning because they lost 4 in a row. But then they started to get some wins, and then they started to string together some more, and now they're doing even better. Ever since Laine returned, ever since Alexandre Carrier was added onto the team, that seems to have been the real de facto turning point, quote-unquote. I mean, even some people go out there and talk about that here. Here it is, the turning point. I thought it was getting Laine back and training for Carrier. Maybe that was just coincidental with a different approach. Whatever it was, I like it. Would love to know what that approach was. There have been fewer passengers since the change, so I suspect the guys committed to work for each other. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the Montreal Canadiens, how things are great at this point in time. And even though they had a loss against the Dallas Stars yesterday, they are still looking better than they've ever looked. This might be the most exciting Montreal Canadiens team we are watching since the Stanley Cup freaking finals. It hasn't been this good since 4 years ago. And I think that sentiment has been reigning true pretty prevalently the past little while. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the Canadiens and everything that's been going on with their team. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.